Hey guys, thanks for watching Scripts Unleashed. Tonight, we're going to look at Revelation 3:15 and 16. It says, I know your works, that you are neither cold nor hot. I could wish that you were cold or hot. So then because you are lukewarm, you're neither cold nor hot, I will vomit you out of my mouth. Now this is an extremely graphic verse. We find this verse in the passages to the 7 churches. In the beginning of Revelation, John wrote letters to 7 different churches. Jesus was communicating to him to these churches. I think this is one of the most valuable passages in all of the Bible, in all 66 books. Think about it with me. If God was talking to us today in the year 2019, to your church, to my church, and I hope you're part of a local body of believers that worship Christ and try to share the good news. If Jesus could sit in your service and in your service say, hey, I've got some thoughts. I've got some things I would like for you guys to change. It's right here in Revelation, the first couple chapters. I know some people think they're ages and they're this and they're that. And I'm not big on that. I think the Bible's literal when it's literal and it's figurative when it's figurative. And he's talking to literally 7 churches. And this one, the church of Laodicea, he brings up the topic of being lukewarm. I'm not a big fan of lukewarm. I like my food hot if it's supposed to be hot, or I like it cold if it's supposed to be cold. I like my chocolate milk cold. I like my best drinks cold. I like hot chocolate hot. But if you have like a nice, just warm glass of milk, it's been sitting out on the counter for, 40 minutes, that's disgusting. That is just gross. Lukewarm. What's God pointing at here? I remember I was taught, some people say, well, God wants you to be a hot Christian on fire for him, or a cold Christian and want nothing to do with him. God wants you to pick a side. It's not really what the verse is saying here. The town of Laodicea was situated between 2 cities. From the mountains came this cool, refreshing water. Crisp water. I mean, you could bottle right there. It was amazing and it was delicious. Down here, and in the other city, you had hot springs. It was nice, hot, just good bath water. Good, hot tub water. Perfect. The problem was, though, by the time the hot water came to Laodicea, it was lukewarm, warmish. By the time the cool water that came down from the mountains came to Laodicea, it was lukewarm water. It wasn't cold, it wasn't hot. God says, Jesus says, I know your works, your deeds, what you do for me, and you do it warmly. You're not hot. You're not cold. I want a cold glass of water when I'm hot, and I want a hot beverage when I'm cold. It has a distinct purpose. It's accomplishing what it's supposed to accomplish. Jesus is saying, you are doing things for me, but it's meh. Your attitude is meh. Your motivation is meh. Your desire is meh. God wants you to be on fire for him. He wants you to be happily serving him with purpose, with desire, with grit. Do what you're designed to do. Serve him. Not just do good works, but do it with a positive, go-get-it attitude. Doing it the way he designed you to. God is disgusted with Christians like me, like I do all the time, where I'm just meh. I go to church, meh. I do things for the Lord during the week with a meh attitude. That infuriates the Lord. He wants servants with a positive attitude that keep going for him. Thank you so much for watching Scripts Unleashed. Please join us next week for our next verse.